Hello? Are we live? Let me know in the chat if we're live and you can hear me. I think we are. Hi, hello. Can you hear me well? I had a little issue with the mic earlier. I'm actually using my Blue Yeti mic for the first time. Hello, hello, welcome. And can you see the image on the screen? Do you ever have a fave pose when warming up with pen? Do I have a fave pose? I can't say that I do. I probably just default to drawing the kinds of poses that I normally draw. Hello, everyone. Yes, ma'am. All is well. Good, good. Hi, hi. Are we drawing today? Yes, we are. We're going to be doing some studies from figure drawing studies from photo references. And I will have them up on the screen for you. This is why I try to figure out OBS Studio for today. Hopefully, you'll bear with me as I navigate how to use this thing, but hopefully it'll be good. Yes, I can see and hear you. Yep. Yes, looks good. I love this kind of video. Please do it more often. I'm going to do it too. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if you are going to be drawing along with me. That model has the creepiest little look on her face. I love it. I love the expression on this one. So I will be flipping through some images that I'm gonna be studying from today. So, and they're gonna be on the screen. So if you wanted to study them with me, you can just look on the screen and hopefully you can see well enough. I didn't want to make it like too big on the screen because that way you can't see what I'm doing. But hopefully it is big enough for you to see and draw from. But if you're curious about this reference pack that I'm using, I have linked it in the description box. And you can, if you use my code ChrisHong20, you can get 20% off that reference pack or all the other reference packs that Graffiti Studio has available. Drawing along, I am drawing too. Awesome. Hi, Chris. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well today. Drawing along also. Hi. May I ask what camera you use? I'd like to record some of my drawings too, but pencil lines are so light, it's hard to see on camera. I record everything using my iPhone 13 Pro, and I'm also using the iPhone 13 Pro for the live stream today. And normally, I don't think you can just like hook up your iPhone and stream through OBS, but you can download an app for your phone, and that's what I did. I did have to pay for it, so we'll see how that works out. But I've done a few like private test streams for myself, and I think it looked okay. I don't think the quality is like the best, but I think it's good enough. Yeah. And the only thing I think I might have issue with today, like I couldn't really figure it out for the stream, is I couldn't figure out how to lock the exposure. So sometimes when my hand is in frame, it might lock like the focus on my hand and it might make the image look slightly blurry while my hand is going in and out. Hopefully that won't be too big of an issue, but I'll try to draw in a way where my hand is like not taking the focus from the drawing, but it can't be helped. It's just something we're gonna have to put up with for the stream. Everyone likes the stream. Yes, everyone, if you could like this stream, that would be very appreciated. Hi, so nice to see you live this time. I missed the previous one, unfortunately. Great that you do that more often now. Yeah, so my kind of goal for YouTube this year is to do more live streams because I've been wanting to do them forever, and I'm finally, getting the courage to do it and just going through the annoying like technical just like learning curve. So hopefully today's stream goes well. Wow, 2 Saturdays in a row. We are blessed. Yeah. Luckily, I am not that busy this weekend, so I decided to do the stream. I need more artist friends as well, so this is a great place to hang out. Thank you so much for the answer. Yes, I love the stream from the first minute. Yay! All right, so what I'm going to be using is I'm probably going to be kind of roughing the figure using one of these zebra midliners. It's basically like a highlighter, and then I'll probably go over with my trusty big pen, ballpoint pen. That's how I have been drawing lately, which is use the like highlighter as the underdrawing and then go over with the ballpoint pen. All right, so yeah, the photo that you see up on the screen is probably what we're gonna start with first because it looks pretty easy. And I don't know, I didn't set up like a timer or anything, so I don't know how long should we take on each drawing. I didn't want to like put too much pressure on myself today because it's my first time doing a stream like this. So let's just try to keep it low pressure today. And take as long as we need. And by we, I mean me. Usually for drawings like this, I think I take about anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how much like rendering I end up doing. What is everyone else using to draw today? And is anyone just like not drawing but watching me? That's okay too. All right, I'm pretty, yeah, I feel pretty happy with that. And how is the quality? Hopefully the quality isn't so bad, but it's the best that I can do today. Oh wait, where's the chat? Take your time, no rush. Hi Chris, love your videos. I'm making my coffee, so I'm settling down to watch. Ooh, oh, I haven't had coffee in like a few weeks now, which is a long time for me. I love coffee, but I am very sensitive to the caffeine, unfortunately. So usually, and I really like good coffee, so when I get good coffee, it does give me the jitters. And it kind of makes me less productive throughout the day. So yeah, I've been trying to not have it during like the weekday. Green Big Pen. Ooh, the green. Oh, I love the color of the green Big Pen, but I find it a little bit, it flows a little less well than the like black or the purple one that I like. Drawing on digital, nice. Use color pencils, nice. I'm swatching my watercolors while watching, awesome. Answering work emails while listening, watching, ooh, so studious. Okay, wait, let me just get into the drawing and then I'll catch up on the comments later. Yeah, hope that's okay. I usually start with the face first. Okay. I think I'm gonna aim to get this done in around like 10 minutes, but no guarantees. I'm really slow. And I know I don't have to rush, but I don't want to spend like the whole stream on just like 2 drawings, you know? So I want to focus on getting like the important parts of the anatomy and be able to move on, and also like capture the expression and gesture. Yeah, I really liked her expression here. I like devilish expression. So I'm gonna try to capture that. I love how her shoulders are so raised. I'm probably not gonna be able to talk too much while I'm drawing. Hope that's okay. Hope that is still pretty chill. Okay, let's draw the book. Is there a particular body part that you guys struggle with when it comes to drawing the figure? For me, it's definitely the hands. I tend to avoid drawing the hands in my like personal work. Oh no, it's off screen. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Oh no. I'm sorry. Okay. Is this okay? I'm just catching up on some comments. Is this gonna be a long live? I want to aim for at least an hour and a half. So it will probably be up to about 2 hours. I said 2 hours on my last streams, but they both ended up being 3 hours. But I think for a study session, let's just keep it to 2 hours. Yeah. I'm glad I got notified. In college, we are learning gestures and technical measurements on human body, like measuring how many heads tall, but I prefer freehand than technical. Oh, I've never been the type to measure with like doing this or, using any kind of methods like that. I've never been able to like figure out how to do that. I know that some artists work that way and it helps them, but I definitely prefer to freehand. And speaking of freehanding, I do feel like I'm gonna end up making the legs slightly longer than how I have drawn the underdrawing. Feet, hands are always a nightmare. Yeah, hands are for me the hardest thing to draw, I find, especially without reference. Now I'm wondering if I am going to do a little bit of shading with another marker instead of cross hatching. With the ballpoint pen. because the ballpoint pen might be a little bit heavy. For next time, should I have like some kind of a timer going on the screen so we can see how long our drawings are taking? Hands, a lot of hands I'm seeing. Torso length. Oh, interesting. Hands in proportions of the hips. I always make heads too big. I probably do that too. Hands and torso. Nice. I'm going to start with gestures in a bit. Hi, Chris. I feel my knowledge of muscles interferes with my ability to make loose and flowy drawings. Do you ever struggle with that? 100%. This is why I don't do a ton of like gesture drawings. I just love rendering the muscles and pointing out what I know with the muscles. So I end up doing more like structural drawings and more than the gestural drawings, focusing on just like line of action and things like that. This is also why I probably don't have a timer going, because I take a long time on these drawings because I just want to I want to show what I know, you know? But I don't know, should we keep it simple or should we do like a little bit of shading? Cause like I feel like I could kind of move on from this already. How is everyone doing on their drawing? The legs are quite hard for me, maybe even harder than hands. For me, legs can be hard, but for some reason I think I find hands harder. I enjoy drawing the legs, maybe that's why. Whereas I enjoy drawing the hands less. A ton of this is just training your hand for the muscle memory. I love sketching for this reason. Keeps you refreshed for sure. I've been trying to get back into the swing of things this year, and I've been drawing in my sketchbook, trying to figure out like new painting ideas. But and that usually starts from drawing my like characters in poses. But I've been having such a hard time drawing the poses properly. So that's when I realized like, oh, I really need to get back to doing some figure studies because I feel super rusty. So hopefully this will help me loosen up so that when I tackle my personal drawings, I'll have a better time. Okay, I am gonna indicate just a little bit of shading and indicate a bit more anatomy in the drawing, how I'm bringing out the little elbow there. So yeah, cross hatching. Is this cross hatching? I don't even know, but I'm doing a little bit of it, like on the hand here, how I did that. It's because I want the hand to look as if it's like being tucked away a little bit. You see how it's turning away from the camera? Same with the arm here, I'll extend it to the arm. I probably could have done this way, going this way, but yeah, I want this area to look like it's being turned away from the camera to show the perspective. And I'll do a little bit of shading on this side as well. but I feel like I could maybe move on from this one. It's pretty simple, and I wanted to start simple for the stream. Let me color this book in. Just to... I'm just looking for... Yeah, let's color in this book. Oh my gosh, my materials are all over the place. So I'm just gonna use this other highlighter. I'm gonna color it in blue. That's it. I really like your, oh my gosh, there's so many comments. Can't keep up. Pardon me if I don't get to all of them. I love drawing hands. It's always a challenge but a fun puzzle to solve. Have you seen Blue Birdie art's drawing? Her hands and feet are truly, oh my gosh, I love Blue Birdie's drawings and her work in general. It's beautiful. Yeah, exactly. Can't ignore the fact that a certain muscle is there and end up shading it. Maybe I just need to do more gesture drawing. I went to college for animation, and I did a ton of gesture drawing when I was in school. We would actually start out our life drawing sessions by doing 30-second poses, and those were so hard. You can barely get anything down in 30 seconds. Yeah. But I will say it's definitely helpful. Okay, so this is our first pose. I think I'm ready to move on to the next one. If you guys are, let me know if you're ready to move on. Yeah, I'll give you like 10 seconds. I started drawing mannequins recently because I need to learn how to draw figures without reference. This stream is really helpful to practice drawing figures. I am glad. Yeah, I hope you just have fun warming up and practicing with me today. That's really my goal, is to just warm up my hand and like remember what drawing figures is like again, because for some reason I can't seem to remember after like a little bit of time has passed. Yeah, we always gotta keep exercising that muscle, I think. Yeah, ready to move on? Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next slide. Oh, this one's more challenging. This one's definitely more challenging. But I have some photos in here with the umbrella because I do love an umbrella motif, and I tend to draw umbrellas when I'm doing my like personal poses from imagination. So I figured we can practice drawing an umbrella today too. Okay, let's go. The tricky thing is making sure I have enough room on the page for this drawing. Yeah, making sure there's enough room for the drawing so it's not like hanging off the page. Making sure my drawing is in frame. Oh, there are a lot of things I have to check when doing a stream. All right. Her neck is fairly extended here. Do you guys go straight into the drawing, or are you doing an under drawing like I am? Okay. I think I'm ready to go in. I usually do start with the head. It's very important to me that I get the angle properly. So this is kind of a tough angle of the head. It's like back 3/4 kind of view. And then the neck. Yeah, the neck is very extended. So something, I'll give you guys a little tip. This is kind of a challenging pose, right? But something that I use to help me map out a pose like this is really looking at the negative shapes. So look at the negative shape created between the head and the two arms. I find that is kind of easier to draw and map out sometimes than like figuring out where the arms actually are. So in a way, like if you just kind of draw that shape, you'll be able to find the positioning of the arms. I don't think I did a very good job, but it's still a helpful tip. Yeah, I find poses like this where the arms are really extended really hard. Okay. And again, hands are the bane of my existence. But that's why we're doing these studies. Okay, so gotta make sure that the umbrella stick is straight. And let's really make it look like she's holding on to it. There we go. So there's a lot of tension in the arms because they're extended and she's holding an umbrella and it's like going against the wind or something. So yeah, you'll notice that there's muscles popping out on the arms. So I love indicating that. So like the deltoid here on the shoulder. To be honest, I don't remember all the names of the muscles, but I'll say the ones that I know. All right. Now that I have the arms, gonna do the rest of the torso. or the rib cage. I gotta make sure when I draw her legs, it looks balanced. So yeah, I'm just kind of making sure where the knee is in relation to the torso. Yeah, notice I do like a shorthand for the feet. I just do like a simplified outline, and then I'll draw in details once I have like the skeleton. So again, I'm looking at the negative space here between the legs. I was gonna draw it out here, but then I think the negative space is actually a little bit closer. So I corrected myself. So I'm always looking at not just the positive shapes, but the negative shapes to help me place the limbs. I love indicating this muscle behind the knee. How this part of the leg kind of tucks in under, like that. Okay. I'm gonna draw. The bra. And let's see if I can find her scapula, which is the shoulder blade. Something like that. Let's draw the umbrella. How many panels are in an umbrella? Are they always the same, or are they different? Did I get this right? Okay. There. It's a little confusing because it's a clear umbrella. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure how good that looks, but man, I've never drawn a proper umbrella, I don't think. I'm getting very confused with all these lines. I'm in my sketchbook. It's kind of a new sketchbook, so that I don't have a lot of pages done so far. So drawing near the spine is kind of annoying. And that's my excuse for this poorly drawn umbrella. As long as it looks like an umbrella, it's okay. Not like super happy with the face. Not that you can see much of the face, but yeah, this one was hard. What do you guys think? Oh, I have to draw on the feet. Oh, and I'm gonna put a little cast shadow under that foot so you can really see that she's lifting it. Like that. What do we think? I'm shading under the neck here. Maybe just the whole head. Yeah, I really want to show the tension in the arms. I think I drew her head a little small in this one. All right, I'm gonna look up at comments now. Wait, where did they go? Okay, there you are. Oh my gosh, so many comments. Okay. To be honest, you inspired me to draw more clown. They're really fun. Oh, I'm glad. More clowns. Can't complain with more clowns in the world. Type question and then ask so she can hopefully see it. Question, how do you find your art style? Oh, we don't have time for that today. I'm sorry. Drawing boxes first. Will you draw a new self-portrait this year? I love your fashion style. Aw, thank you. Do you mean, which one do you mean? Do you mean this one? Have you guys seen the little sticker that I did? Well, she's based off of me. Well, I did basically wear this outfit, and I had that hair, and I love Teletubbies. So yeah, she's me. But I do plan on developing this character more. Yeah, who's based after me. I'm actually working on a whole sticker sheet design with this character. I've already done like the drawing part of it. I just have to outline it and then color it. But yeah, stay tuned for that. But I would definitely want to do more illustrations like this. I draw whimsical gnomes and fairies, so I usually have to sketch, give them an outfit planned out. Ooh, that sounds so fun. I remember a phrase from grids and norm: gesture before structure. Find the flow and action first, then add the blocks or structure to flesh out your drawings. Then take your time as you draw. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to think if that's how I work. I try to I do try to feel out the gesture first. Um, yeah, how I made sure that the line between like the pelvis and the end of the arm here was a very smooth kind of a curve. But I think I lean a little bit more, yeah, structure first. I think I just work better that way, or I that's how I build the figure better. When I rely just on gestures, I do have a hard time putting things together. So my brain likes to kind of break it down into blocks and build up the blocks. And then construction before more confident lines. Tried pen, but I'm more confident with my pencil. Oh yeah, definitely feel free to use whatever medium you're more comfortable with. Why I don't use pencil is because the way I draw, I just end up smudging everything. So I like the pen because I don't end up smudging it. But sometimes I have regrets when I make a mistake. So that's why I will bring in the whiteout if there's any like egregious mistakes. Quite challenging. Yeah, this one was challenging, eh? This one's challenging because of the angle of the head and the arms that are extended. I find any time the limbs are extended further away from the body to be a little bit difficult because you have to measure it properly. Yeah, sorry I can't read out loud if every comment because I do want to like keep moving. But yeah, this one was hard, but I'm going to move on to the next one. Hopefully the next one won't be as hard. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. All right, I'm going to move on to the next slide. Oh, this one looks simpler. This one looks simpler for sure. Yeah, and I think I'm going to keep going with the like highlighter and ballpoint pen. But actually, you know what? I want to shade in this umbrella with my blue highlighter because just to separate it, my dying blue highlighter, just to separate it a little bit from the rest of the pose. Yeah. All right. Next. Okay, make sure my sketchbook is in frame. I hope you're having a fun time so far, and if you are, please leave a like on this stream. I would appreciate that. Okay. Measuring out the pose. My biggest pet peeve is when the drawing ends up going off the page. All right, so this one, I really just liked the attitude. But also like how you can see how the torso is going like this, and then the pelvis is an opposing force, like an opposing like block. And I want to make sure that she's leaned over enough. Like her head and her neck. There's my quick and dirty under drawing. Actually, let me block out this hand too. And that hand. There. I like to err on the side of not overdoing the underdrawing because I'm not necessarily outlining the underdrawing. It's just there. It's just there for me to know approximately where things are, but I'm not actually like outlining the underdrawing. Hi again, friends. I wish there were some other ways to meet new artist friends. Just hanging out on Discord and Second Life. Oh, we should meet up sometime and draw on Drawpile or something. Oh, I don't know any of these programs. Will you make this video available in your channel later? I didn't watch it from the beginning. Yes, unless something horrible happens on stream, I will make it available. The head on this was hard. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the last pose. It was. Ooh, slay. Is it hard to make stickers out of traditional work? She's so stinking cute. Oh, thank you, Bianca. Is it hard? It's not that hard. The only hard thing is having to clean up the edges on the outside of the drawing because it's not as clean as digital painting would be. But I actually haven't found it to be necessarily harder. It just takes a little bit more work cleaning up the scan. When I make mistakes, I bring out the brush pen. A brush pen would be handy to have actually. Yes, I love using pen in sketchbook because with pencil, I always smudge graphite in every page. Oh yeah, I used to draw in pencil pretty much exclusively, but those sketchbook pages are so smudgy. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a hard time like moving on from my sketches. I periodically come back to them and like always fiddle around with them. And the smudging got to be too annoying. And I want to fix it with like spray, but because I always come back to them, I didn't want to commit to those drawings yet. But I want to move on and like do new drawings. So for now, like I don't think pencil is the most like conducive medium for me to use for sketchbooks. Yeah, I've been deferring to the ballpoint pen more. All right, I'm gonna start drawing this. Oh my god, I slept in. Oh no, you made it, Snellheart. You're good. This is just the third pose in. All right, actually, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit to make it easier for me because the sketchbook is a little far from me right now. Okay. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that this head is leaning over enough because I think that's kind of the whole point of this drawing. I want to make sure to get her expression. But I will say it is a little bit hard because it's kind of small with the ballpoint pen. So it ends up getting a little messy, but I'll try my best. As long as I get the general expression right and the angles of the head right, so I can feel how tilted the head is, then I'm happy. Okay. I like how the shoulders kind of turned in. Yeah, I kind of made a mistake here. I made the arm a little bit too low, maybe a little bit too long, judging by where her bum ends. Yeah, I definitely made the arm a little bit too long. But it's okay. We can fix as we go. I was actually surprised that more people voted because I had asked my Instagram followers. I made a poll asking if they would prefer a figure drawing stream or a portrait drawing stream. And I kind of expected the portrait studies to win, but I think it was like over 60% picked figure studies. So I actually was quite surprised by that. Maybe the next one can be portrait study stream. Okay, let's move on. I'll probably have to use white out there. Okay. So another tip that I can maybe share, something I picked up throughout the years of doing these figure drawings is it's usually a good idea to kind of offset like straights and curves. So you see how the leg here, how I have a straight line here, but a curved line on the opposing side. And then down here at the calf, I have the curved line here and then a straight line here. And that creates a more appealing like sense of design for the drawing, instead of having like curve, curve, and straight, straight. Or like straight, straight, curve, curve. Or, you know, like just trying to offset these types of lines. Because the types of drawings that I'm doing here, these are not, like, these are, all things considered, they're fairly quick drawings, right? So I'm not able to really capture, like, every little nuance of, like, the turns of the figure. So I have to simplify. I have to simplify by using straight lines, by using very, like, just exaggerated curved lines, instead of like, you know, being like, oh, it's straight here and this little curved here and then straight here and it goes, there's a little divot here. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So now I'm a little bit like, how shall I design? It's all about design is what I mean. Like, you have to design and make a decision on what looks best. See, I corrected myself here because I was like, oh, no, the leg is here. But when I look at the negative shape in between these legs, the shape is not, I made the shape a little bit too wide. But I think I'm just going to keep it like that. It's okay if it's a little exaggerated. And it doesn't have to be like super accurate. And I'll hide my error by putting that whole leg in shadow. So talking about hatching lines again. So this is just, I'm using straight lines on this whole leg because I want this leg to just fall back into the shadow. I'm not necessarily like rendering out the leg. I'm knocking it back into shadow. That's why I'm not following the form of the leg. I'm just drawing an arbitrary straight line just to like shade it. And so it's kind of, it creates that separation from the foreground leg. But the foreground leg, I might add a bit more like anatomy and actually shade kind of following the anatomy. So here I'm curving in. I know there's like a muscle that kind of tucks in here to this other muscle in the leg. That's why my lines kind of radiated from here, this point. So yeah, on this leg, I am following the anatomy a little bit. And I'm gonna draw a cast shadow underneath. So really get the sense that the foot is lifted. Yeah, I think I made this area a little short. I made her a little bit squatter than the reference. Yeah. That's okay. Get her belly button. And the hair. I'm not gonna bother with the hand there. It's fine. Okay, just catching up on some comments. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I can't read them all, I'm sorry. Don't know if you know, I know you have a preference for chisel tips. Did you know that midliners have 2 tips? Yes, I do. I do, but you know what? I don't know why, but I do default to the chisel tip. I don't know what it is. This is a lot harder than the last one. Oh, you think? This one? What did you guys think of this pose here? Was it pretty easy or was it actually deceptively challenging? I think it was actually kind of deceptive. What do you think of artists using AI to find references? I do find it sad. Not only is unethical. Oh, I don't know if I have the mental capacity to answer your question today. If I'm being completely honest, I just don't. I'm not a fan of using AI for art, but I haven't thought too deeply about it. That's where I stand right now. I have to do a bit more critical thinking about it. Do you think, but my gut reaction is I don't like it. Do you think you'll go back to Patreon or are you thinking you'll do other classes on Skillshare? So that's a great question, Claudine, because actually I've been thinking a lot about Patreon recently. I think because of just like the climate these days, the TikTok ban, and I'm just feeling that all these social media platforms are very fragile and very fleeting. It could kind of disappear at any point. And I've been thinking about diversifying a little bit more. And that's probably why I've also been putting more of an effort in like connecting with my community and building my community through doing these live streams. And so Patreon is something I've also been contemplating in the last few weeks, whether I will do it again. I did used to have a Patreon, but I couldn't keep up with it because I realized that when I was not doing my best mental health wise, I would just be inactive for a few months, and I felt really bad that there were people supporting me, but like I wasn't able to show up for them. So that's why I eventually let go of Patreon, but I have been thinking about it recently again, and approaching it differently, maybe doing like a physical tier where I do like a new sticker design every month or postcard design every month, something like that. But yes, I have been thinking about it, but nothing set in stone yet. Oh my God, did I miss most of the live? No, still here, still live. I think we are just past the hour mark. And we've only done 3 poses so far. So I have to kind of pick up the pace a little bit, I think. Oh, you're doing a good job. Your art is always magical to see. Thank you so much. Okay. I love your figure sketching. I love to analyze your process and see what I could try doing when I do figures. Well, I hope this stream has been helpful so far. I've been trying to drop some good tips. The biggest tip, honestly, I think it's the negative shapes. Pay attention to the negative shapes. You see here? And then look at the pose or the photo reference. I mean, mine's not perfect, but I used it to help me place these legs better. Yeah? And then look at this negative shape between the torso and the arm. And then compare it with the photo reference. That's my biggest tip of the day. All right. Are we ready to move on to the next pose? By the way, I may not be able to read all your comments live or in the moment, but I will, once I'm finished the stream, I will go back and read all of them off stream. Are we ready? Yeah? Negative spaces like puzzle pieces for sure. All right, I'm gonna flip over to the next image now. Ooh, this one looks fun. This one's cute. This was more complicated because half the body was only a little bit visible. We had to make the planes more defined. I totally get that. Yeah, the torso was a little bit complicated here. I agree. All right, this one's really cute. All right, good luck everyone with this next pose. I like how her shoulders are really like scrunched up and close to her face. And I like the little like twist in the pelvis. It feels really like sassy. All right, I think. Yeah, I don't know why I always pick the chisel tip. I know there is a finer tip. I think, you know what it is? I think because the chisel tip allows me to be more like loose because it's not super like accurate like the fine point is. Yeah, because I'm not using these lines exactly for the when I go over it with ballpoint pen. So I don't mind when the lines are a little bit like rough. Chris Hong is getting into her live streaming era. Yes. Yeah, it's finally time. This is it. It's 2025. We're doing it. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really appreciate it. This is so much fun. Has anything in life been inspiring your art lately? Like objects, humans, anything in art Inspiring me. I think in part fashion. I do feel a little bit inspired by just like my own outfits and clothing pieces that I'm kind of obsessed with lately. Yeah. Uh, I'm still learning to turn reference images into my own thing instead of being restrained from I get that. That's why when I do personal work, I don't use references because uh I find myself doing the same thing and I don't want to just like copy the reference directly or like have just like use too much of the reference in my personal work. Um, yeah, when I do, so I keep my personal drawings and my studies and like portrait drawings very, very separate. Incredibly, oh wait. Chisel tip is chunky and fun. Yeah. Do you keep in mind the bodies are 7 to 8 heads long measurements, or do you eyeball? I eyeball everything. Uh, I don't. Yeah, I'm not like, oh, the head is like this, so like gotta do that. I don't do that in my head. I think I'm really just measuring like, oh, I start out by drawing the head, and then I'll be like, okay, the arms are like approximately this long out from the head. And I just measure out one limb like against the other, like one part of the body against the other. So again, I want to really make sure I have the tilt of the head correct, because that is how we're feeling like, oh, this is like a really sassy pose. She's like, tee hee, you know? And she's like, she's got a big smile. Yeah, so I start out with the head and then I'll see how big I need to make everything else. And that may change from the underdrawing. Okay, so I'm starting out with this shoulder because this shoulder is like pressed up against the face. So I really want to show that. I really want to show that like tension. Yeah, anytime a limb is a little extended from the body, I have a little harder time measuring it, but that's okay. And I wanna, even though I don't like hands, I don't like drawing hands, I do want to do a decent job drawing the pose here, because that's kind of the point of this pose. So I want to make sure that like victory sign is coming across. Yeah. Making sure your pose is legible is kind of very important. I'm gonna draw the body. Again, I'm using the negative shape here. to get the pelvis. And yeah, this is going to be a challenging area for most folks, I think. The foot. But again, I'm using the negative shapes. You know, I'm looking at this negative shape here to help me. Yeah, that foot. Well, it's the best I can do for now. Okay, let's draw this other arm. Yeah. I don't want to get too lost in the anatomy before when I haven't even like drawn all the limbs yet. So I gotta do that. Can't get too carried away. And again, I want to make sure that the victory sign is clear, or like clear-ish. Is that clear enough? Oh, got a little messy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just shade that arm into the shadow. I'm gonna draw the bra. Now with the bones in place, I can have a little bit of fun bringing out the subtle anatomy. like the armpit muscle here, the deltoid muscle. Not deltoid. It's, what is that? Pectoralis. This is part of the pectoralis muscle. It's the little armpit line. Extends from the chest into the, like, deltoid, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. And then doing a little bit of shading here to show that the forearm is a little like twisted. Okay, now I'm gonna bring out the neck muscle. This, I believe it's called the sternocleidomastoid muscle or something like that. Sternocleidomastoid. Oh my god, I might just be making these up. But you see how there's like so much tension around the neck here? Yeah. I like pointing that out. And then this, there's a muscle here down in the leg. You see this muscle here that it kind of pops out. Usually I don't shade that muscle, but this time it looks, because her leg is bent, there's a bit more like tension on that. So I feel like you can see it. How's everyone finding this post so far? I thought this was a fun one. Again, I'm gonna do a little bit of cast shadow underneath. Had fun, have to go. Aw, matters 3 out of 4. Nice. I hope you feel a little bit more warmed up. Easy and fun, great to hear. And I think I'm gonna put this leg in shadow by shading it like this. Yeah, I think this was relatively straightforward and easy for most people. The pose is so fun, especially the shoulder part. I know, right? I love how the shoulders are pressed up against the face. Hopefully the autofocus issue hasn't been too noticeable. I think it goes slightly blurry at times when my hand is in the frame because the lens is trying to focus on my hand instead. Yeah, I don't know if there's a workaround for that. But if I continue to do these streams, then I will definitely look into investing in like a proper camera instead of using my iPhone. But I didn't want to jump into that before starting to live stream, you know? Okay. I think I'm ready to move on to the next image. If you are. I'm a little bit annoyed that I don't think I have enough room in these areas for another pose. Might have to move on to the next page. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit. Zoom out. Maybe I can squeeze one in. Depends on what the pose is like. Hi, can you do a sketchbook tour when you're ready, please? Yeah, it might be a little while. I just started this new sketchbook. Actually, I think I might skip this one and find one that I can fit on the page, if that's okay. I think I can fit this. Though this one looks kind of similar to the one before, but yeah. I actually have, I think, 2 finished sketchbooks that I could flip through. But the thing is, guys, there's like so many ideas in those sketchbooks that I haven't been able to realize yet, that haven't been like painted. I haven't painted yet, and I don't really feel ready to share it. You know what I mean? Because I'm still figuring out some of those painting ideas. So I don't feel ready to really share them. So yeah, I'm kind of drawing around this other pose. I don't know if that was necessarily a good idea, but I really just want to fill the space with a pose. So that's why I'm doing this one. I really like how like the strong curve in the back in this one, and then like the leaning forward. By the way, I got the reference images from Graffiti Studio, and I've linked the reference pack that I'm using for the stream in the description box, but it comes with like hundreds of photos, and these ones I picked myself because I don't know, like I feel drawn to certain poses over others. So these photos have been curated by yours truly. So I hope you've been liking them. But there are hundreds in the reference pack. But I also will say, part of the reason why I went with these photos, or like, I had to be a little bit careful about the photos that I picked, because it's a live stream, because it's on YouTube. You know, I have to follow certain community guidelines, and I was a little nervous about using certain poses where it just feels a little bit more exposed. You know, unfortunately, that's something I have to be mindful of. Because the last thing I want is like a strike on my channel or anything like that. You know, I definitely don't want to mess with that. But so I will say I kind of refrain from picking references where it showed more of a back view. So I hope you've been liking the references that I picked. I hope it's enough variety. Okay, starting with the head here again. So I think what's fun about this one is there's kind of like the body down here feels bigger than the head. Like we're kind of looking at her from below, and there's kind of this like distortion going on slightly because this leg is coming forward a little bit. So I think that's fun. It feels a little bit of an extreme angle. Yeah. And again, not making excuses, but it is a little bit harder for me to draw on, like, close to the spine. So. The face is a little tricky, especially because it's so small. But I'll try my best. Wow, we've been going on for an hour and a half already. I was certain that I'll have a full spread by the end of the stream. I mean, maybe I'll go on a little bit longer. I keep saying that these streams will be 2 hours, but they end up being 3. Okay, there's the head. Again, the head ended up being pretty small. Ooh, I love this strong neck that juts out. Shoulder. I'm just gonna draw it simplified like this. Might end up really redrawing this leg, because I think I may have gone a little too exaggerated with the underdrawing. We'll start with that. Yeah, see, now that I'm looking at the negative shape, that arm is way too extended that way, I think, unless I made the back a little bit too concave. I don't know. It's all relative, right? Yeah, I may have extended the arm a little bit too much. Hi, am I late? You're not late. Well, you're a little late. We're an hour and a half in, and this is our 5th pose. But I'm gonna do at least a couple more. Because this is kind of around lunchtime for me, but I'm not hungry yet. And I'm definitely gonna go until at least 1 my time. So you have time to get a few poses in. All right. This hand is like doing a point. But yeah, I feel bad that I can't see all the comments, but hopefully you guys are having fun. And I'll try to catch them off stream. Oh, I really messed up the hand there. I got a little bit nervous because my cat, Oscar, I can't say his name because he will wake up and come over here, but he stirred. He like got up, stretched, and then got back down into sleeping position. So I think we're okay. We're okay for now. All right. And then I'm going to draw the other arm before I get lazy and procrastinate on it. Yeah, I think it's like another pointing motion. Something like that. It's good enough. Okay, now the legs. I think the legs will be fun. Yeah, I love the twist of the pelvis there as she's kind of turning back. So I'm gonna draw like a little fold here to show the twisting. Yeah, my drawing is definitely a lot more exaggerated than the actual photo reference. Okay. Find the knee, find the knee. Plant the foot. Am I happy with that? And then plant the other foot. Yeah, mine's definitely more exaggerated than the photo reference, but I think that's okay. As long as it's convincing. As long as she's not like totally falling over. You want to create a little separation from this leg and the back leg. So I'm gonna knock the back leg down. Just shade it like that. How's everyone doing on this pose so far? I love your cat so much. Most beautiful one I have ever seen. Oh my goodness. I'll make sure to tell him that. How is your setup with your camera? Doesn't it interfere with your vision? It does a little bit. It's not so bad. Thankfully, I am kind of used to it. having filmed YouTube videos for a couple of years now. But yeah, it is definitely easier to draw without the camera kind of like in my face. But it's not so bad right now. Thank you for your concern though. Your use of the negative space to better place the limbs is most instructive. Superb. Hello from New York. Ooh, hello, hello. I love New York. Love, love, love. Yeah, I really do think being mindful of the negative shapes is going to help a ton. I'm constantly measuring the negative shapes anytime I create a new shape. Do you think it's a good idea to go to art school and learn animation without any experience? I'm a self-taught artist and I never gone to art school before. I mean, the point of going to art school is to learn, right? Most of the people I think who end up in our school are people that don't have any like prior experience. I think I would suggest going to animation school if you are interested in working in the field of animation, but I would not recommend it if you are not interested in working in animation. I went into animation only because, well, I went into animation because I was naive and I was told that it was a really good program, but I hadn't really considered what working in animation would be like. And I worked in animation for a few years after graduating, but I don't work in animation now, so I don't necessarily regret going to school and learning animation because I learned a lot of other peripheral things that help me with like my illustrations. Definitely I learned a lot from life drawing, which we did a lot of in school, but I also learned a lot of things that I don't really necessarily use now, right? So if you can really think about like what it is you think you want to do and go to and do a program, like if you want to illustrate, then why would you go to animation school, right? Or if you wanted to be a graphic designer, why would you go to animation? So yeah, knowing what you want to do definitely helps, but I wouldn't go just because you heard it was a good program like I did. Definitely don't recommend that. Do you plan on finishing the Greek girl piece? The Greek girl? Do I plan on Greek girl? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Greek girl? Do you mean the one that I did for the Milanote video? Because that's the only thing that I can think of. Because that one looks like it's set in Greece. Though it is technically set in Rome, which is where... Wait, was it Rome? Yeah, Rome. That's where... The Roman Forum. It was inspired by my trip to Rome in Italy. That's the only thing I can think of. I do plan on finishing that, actually. I was thinking of... Actually, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for you guys. I was actually thinking of doing it on stream, maybe. Do you mean this one? Yeah, I haven't picked it up since. But I don't know. There's parts of the drawing that I like don't love, but I really want to use my, like, this is the Arches. Uh-oh, it's like falling apart. This is my Arches watercolor pad, and I want to use it, but I can't because it's like a block. So I have to work on this in order to use the sheets underneath. So I was actually maybe thinking of doing it on a stream because I'm not like super duper invested in it. I just kind of want to finish it, you know? So what do you think? Let me know if you guys would like me to see me stream that. All right, so here's our first page of poses. I will continue to do more poses on this side. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. How's everyone doing so far? Hope you're having fun. Gonna move on very soon to the next pose. Speaking of unfinished pieces, you mentioned an illustration class you attended and worked on a ballerina. Oh my gosh, ballerina oil painting. I think it was oils. It was a few years ago. I'd love to see it. Yes. Oh my gosh, that piece. I should basically call it done. It's like 95% done, but I don't know. I've kind of abandoned it since. Maybe I will return to it. I want to finish it and finally hang it because I actually have a frame for it too. So one day I will get back to it and then share with you guys when it's done. Okay, so I think I kind of want to try a slightly different pose. So I'm gonna kind of flip through them. What do you think of this one? Let's do this one. Yeah. Because we've been doing a lot of standing poses. So I want to do one where the legs are more bent. Yeah? Oh my god, I love the pose. Yes, I want to watch it on the stream. I've been waiting for you to finish this one as well. Oh, okay. So fun to draw with you. I'm glad. I love that video and I hope you do work on that piece. It reminds me of a mushroom circle. Oh, mushroom circle. I don't know if I've heard of that. You can do like a tutorial about how you draw faces because I need to learn. Your style is amazing. I feel like you don't even really need a tutorial. If you started copying my drawings, you could probably pick it up pretty quickly. Oh, QRbis, this is a great practice. Thank you, Chris. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hope you're doing well. All right. Okay, I'm gonna move on to this one now. Make sure it's in frame. It's not being obscured by the reference image. Okay. Shall I block in the umbrella first? It's pretty big. Yeah, I'll start with that. It's a pretty big shape. But it does feel like waste of space, eh? A little bit. Yeah, the figure is actually pretty small. How do you guys like the pacing of these drawings? Do you find it a little too slow? Do you find it a little too fast? I think when I get used to streaming like this, I definitely want to attempt doing timed poses. I think that would be really fun. Just to show you guys how bad I am at doing quick poses. Like, I am truly very bad at it. Even though I went to animation school, I feel like I should be good at it. Because in animation school, we did a lot of like 30-second and 1-minute poses. But I always struggled with them. Okay. I don't love the underdrawing here. It's a little messy. But yeah, I really like these umbrella poses. I just love an umbrella motif in illustration, so I figured I could use the practice drawing a proper umbrella. Okay. There is the under drawing. I feel like the video is a little bit dark. Maybe it's the highlighter. Yeah. Once I do the drawing, I think the focus will switch and then the white balance will be better. It's a little off right now. Chris Hong, I'm a big fan of yours. Your art is peak. Raw. Thank you, KZ. Hi, Chris. Hope you're doing fine. I'm doing very well. Thank you, Nisa. Oh, Nissa. Oh, is this the Nissa that I know in person? Hope you're doing well as well. Do you still offer Skillshare classes? I remember those were so helpful for me to start seeing shadow shapes. Are you on Patreon? I'd go back for you. Okay, so if I were to go back to doing Patreon, it would not be a teaching related thing. I don't think that's sustainable for me because I'm someone who would much rather just like paint and draw than teach. Teaching is definitely secondary for me. So Patreon would not, if I were to do Patreon again, it would not be tutorial related, but I do still have Skillshare. And if you don't have Skillshare, I've actually made all of my Skillshare content available on my Gumroad, which I believe there should be a link for that in the description. So if you don't have Skillshare, you can download or you can purchase the video separately as opposed to having a whole Skillshare account. Because I know subscriptions can be pricey. Man, everything is subscription based these days. I'm so resentful of that. Okay, I made her expression a little funny. Yeah. I'm like turning my head and my body as I draw this. I know, my stomach. She gurgles. It's beginning, guys. Okay. She looks so angry. But if I, again, I mentioned this earlier, but I have been thinking a lot about maybe starting up something like Patreon again. If not Patreon, some other like revenue stream. Right now, I don't really have any external deadlines keeping me in check. I'm like all on my own and setting my own goals and deadlines and working on my own projects and while that's great, oh, I think I drew this wrong. Okay, again, hands are not easy for me. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm recognizing that maybe it's actually better for me to have some sort of deadlines, and maybe Patreon can be that for me in a more like controlled way. Because when I have nothing, while I think I enjoy the freedom, I recognize I definitely get less done. I recognize that there's a bigger chance of me getting a little bit derailed because I'm not happy with what I'm working on. when the illustration I'm working on doesn't turn out, I tend to get derailed like emotionally. But when I have deadlines, I can't really let myself get to that point as frequently as I do. I just need to treat it like a job, basically, right? And I think in some ways I do need that. Okay, I don't like where this pose is going, but maybe it's about time because all the other poses I think are decent. But this one, I don't know, I think the expression is just so funny. Okay, we'll come back to the umbrella. And what if YouTube just disappears one day? What if YouTube gets banned one day, Or Instagram? Instagram for me as a creator is kind of pissing me off. The editor is really misbehaving for me. I don't know if anyone else has issues with it, but I basically can't edit using the editor anymore, edit the photos. Because once I do, the photos that are uploaded are weirdly distorted. The colors are completely off from what I was seeing on the screen, like in the editor. So I just can't use it. I can't use it anymore. It's unreliable. And that's been keeping me from posting, I think. On top of not making artwork frequently enough. Okay. Let's make sure I measure this properly. The two legs are kind of fusing in my eyes. So I keep getting confused. I'm like, where is the separation between these legs? Is it just me? But yeah, my worry with Patreon is just not being able to keep up with it, basically. Because I feel like I'm a little emotionally volatile. And when I'm not feeling my best, when I'm not happy with the work I'm doing, I tend to withdraw. And I can't do that once I start a Patreon again, But maybe I'm wondering if it'll be different if I have like concrete tiers that I'm fulfilling, like a physical tier, because I didn't have that on my first Patreon launch. I was really more promising just like exclusive sketchbook pages, like behind the scenes. So yeah, nothing super concrete, and maybe that's why I couldn't keep up with it. I don't know. But if I'm promising something physical, then I feel like I can't, I can't just like disappear. It's a bit more tangible. This one's a little This one's a little ugly to me. What do you guys think? Yeah. Something. I think I made her a little too wide there. I need more. Yeah, I just didn't measure things properly in this one. I think this was my worst one of the ones we've done today. But that's okay. That's what practicing is all about. That's what studies are for. Kidding. Yeah, she looks so squat. Is the square grid format still deciding if I like it? What do you think of the new update? Oh, like the... Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that. I didn't notice until Loish made a story about it. I was like, wow, I can't believe I didn't even notice. Or I guess I didn't check my own feed till I saw someone else post about it. I don't know, I'm not like super upset at it, but I can understand how some people might be upset that the blocks aren't square anymore. I think for the most part, I'm not posting the images in a square ratio. It's mostly in that rectangular ratio, so I think I'm okay with it. It doesn't like hugely bother me, but it is a little bit like, why now? You know, after all these years, why now? And like, why? Right? Okay, am I drawing this right? I don't know. I'm so confused with all these lines. I don't know what's going on. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think that's convincing enough. Okay, I'm just gonna shade under here. Yeah, this one's definitely the weakest one. But I hope you guys had a better time than I did. All right. Do something for us fans to help you through your bad times. We get it. Depression gets me. Your art will heal you. I also watched a potter who suffered great loss and had art block so bad. Yeah, art block is no joke. Her therapist suggested just doing 10 minutes a day. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Just taking small steps, honestly. I think it helps you get back to the flow of making art. That's what I've been trying to do the last 2 weeks now, since January. Just like starting it up little by little again. And I'm trying to remind myself what my art looked like, you know? Like what I want my art to look like. Because I feel like I haven't made art in a while. And then you forget, strangely. Wait, I'm bringing in a little bit of white out. Because I just want to get rid of this line here. Though I technically, I mean, judging by this leg, I feel like it's not wrong. I think this leg might be more wrong than that arm, but it's okay. Whatever. Are we ready to move on to the next one? Yeah, this one was tough. Are we ready? All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one now. How do we like this one? Wait, let's kind of flip through. That one looks fun. Okay, let's just go back. Let's do this. Ready? Okay. Awesome. Okay. Oh no, my stomach. Oh wait, I didn't give enough room for the book. She's like, what are you talking about? Again, we're kind of looking up at the figure, so I think the legs look a bit more like the legs look longer a little bit than looking just like dead on straight at the character or at the figure. So yeah, there's this little bit of distortion and the head looks really small. I made sure to get the slight angle of the feet, because this foot is closer to us and this foot is further back. So I don't want to put them on the same plane. I want to make sure that this foot is slightly more forward. Okay, I think I'm ready with that. Cool pose. I love your creative process. Thank you. I hope that it's been insightful to see. Again, starting with the head. I just find it easier to start with the head personally. Though some people start out with the body. Sometimes I start with the body, but most of the time I start with the head. I think I'm gonna give her a slightly more wide-eyed look to match the pose, and a slightly more like cartoony little face. I find the pose ends up going better when I like the face. So I think that was kind of my struggle with the last pose, because I thought the face looked really funny. Again, I know I probably missed a lot of people's comments. I will definitely go back after the stream is over and just like read through them all. So that your comment is not totally in vain. It's just hard to look up at the screen while focusing on the drawing. Again, the shoulders really like, well, this one anyway is really like close to the face. So there's a lot of tension in the shoulder there. I may have made the forearm a little, or the arm a little bit too long, but we'll roll with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want to emphasize the like curve of her back, even though we can't really like see it strongly. I think I want to exaggerate it more than it is showing in the photo. Yeah, I don't want to break the flow by looking up at the screen while I'm working on a limb. I gotta keep the flow going on the limb, you know? But I think between limbs, it's easier to look up. There's one leg. Chezzy, I recognize your profile picture. I like your animatics. They are very well made. Oh, ooh, animatics sounds fun. Honestly, if I had all the time in the world, I would love to work on some animatics as well, because I just really love drawing the figure, or like drawing poses, especially to like music or dialogue. I think that'd be so fun. But unfortunately, I just have to, yeah, I am not, I feel like as the stream goes on, I'm just like being less careful about measuring. Definitely things are off and the hand is like way too big, but that's okay. Just having fun. But yeah, I unfortunately have to allot all my time towards making still images for my job. So yeah, don't have time to be working on animatics because that is a very time consuming, but that sounds a lot of fun. I love that you guys are engaging with each other. Thank you all so much for tuning in and for to the ones that are still sticking around after. Oh wow, we've surpassed the 2 hour mark. Yeah, after 2 hours, still hanging in there. If you're still sketching, let me know. We're still studying. I hope you're having fun, genuinely. Like I'm having fun. I really like drawing the figure. So, I miss this. Yeah, making sure this foot is still higher than the other foot here. So the perspective is correct. Yeah, I always do like a shorthand version of a foot and then I draw the toes in afterwards. And I always do a little bit of like occlusion shadow under the foot. So you really feel the weight of that foot being planted on the ground. I wonder how long I've been doing how long I've been taking on each pose on average. I'll figure out the math later. I can't do that right now. My brain's still working. Still working on this drawing. How many poses is this? Is anyone in the same time zone as me in Toronto here? Anyone on the East Coast of North America? I asked because I want to know what you're having for lunch. I am gonna make nachos for lunch. And I made nachos. I'm making nachos because I have sour cream that I have to use up. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted nachos. I have sour cream and I had like a whole bunch of ingredients to use up. So, like green onions, limes. Okay, how's everyone doing on this one so far? I think I'm ready to move on soon. Montreal, nice. Pasta bolognese. Ooh. Here in Philippines, it's 2 a.m. Are you studying right now? That is like, wow, I don't think I could study at 2. You're going pretty hard there. A cucumber salad and snack before bed. Ooh, that's refreshing. I'm in Quebec City, but I just ate my breakfast when you started your stream. Slept a lot because I was exhausted. Oh, that's fair. It is a Saturday. 3 p.m. here, Eastern time, and in Canada too. Already had lunch. Nice, nice. 2:20 a.m., but too hot to sleep. Drawing legs look so delicious somehow. Ooh, delicious. I like to hear that. Ate HelloFresh for lunch, not sponsored. Yo, I would like low-key love to be sponsored by HelloFresh. It would be great to not have to meal plan because I end up making the same things over and over again. Because looking up recipes and vetting them and like, yeah, trying out new recipes is really hard. Cause like I can't trust that it's good. And I don't wanna labor in the kitchen for 2 hours making this meal for it to turn out not good. And then to eat it for like the next 3, 4 days. So I just end up, going back to the tried and true recipes that I've already made hundreds of times, and it does get a little monotonous. So yeah, I would love to check out HelloFresh if they're willing to sponsor me, but I have not been reached out yet. Chris cooking stream soon. We'll see about that. Honestly, I've actually fantasized about doing a baking stream. I think baking would be a little bit less stressful as opposed to cooking on a stream. Actually, before that, what do you guys think to a mukbang? Like a mukbang and draw? Would that be a little bit too like messy? Uh 2:20 p.m. sandwich if I have any leftover meat. Ooh, nice. Oh, so you're an hour behind me. Ooh. Drawing a HelloFresh dish would be fun. Geez, if you make a baking stream, I'll just want to eat it. I've watched other streamers do baking on stream and it seems fun. Okay, wait. I'm trying to find the next pose now. Let's do this one. Maybe. Wait. I wanna find a pose that will fit nicely in this corner. Will that fit? I think so. Yeah. Perfect. Does anyone else work like that too? Trying to like economize the sketchbook space, and that determines the order in which you draw. Okay, are you happy with this one? Because you have no choice. Alright. I love the pose here. It's fun. I just love how the neck is like all the way to the side. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Hopefully. Yeah. And how like curved her torso is. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, this pose is, there's strong contrapposto in this pose. Look at that. Bam, bam. I like how this leg that's forward is slightly bent. Again, notice how the 2 feet are on different planes. And I feel like my underdrawing looks a little off. But I'll adjust with a ballpoint pen. Yeah, this is one where I think I'll be relying on a lot of negative shapes as well. Between the arm and the rib cage here, and then between the legs. Oh no, I'm on the... So this is a fairly new sketchbook. So this like ledge is a little bit tall for me to comfortably work on this. So I'm gonna set something, you know what? I have the perfect thing to set next to me. My book. It's the perfect height. Yeah, okay, much more comfortable. Anyone else a little bit high maintenance when they draw? position the head right. And I love how downward the face is tilted. So I want to make sure I get that. So I place the ears really high. And this is the line for the eyes. And then the nose is here. And she has like such a cute little puckered expression. I don't think I'll really be able to get that. It's so small. But I'll try. As long as the general like impression is there. I would like to try doing digital stream too, but I honestly think I draw better traditionally. I struggle drawing digitally. But I did get an iPad that I don't use enough, if I'm honest, but I want to get into the habit of using more. So eventually I want to do a digital stream too. Oh wait, let's check the chat. Geez, oh wait. So glad to catch your stream, by the way. Wanted to say thank you for your amazing books. They are beautiful. Oh, thank you. I am glad to hear that. Hope you've been enjoying looking through them. Do you do any coaching? No. I don't feel that I am at that stage in my life where I feel I can do that. But maybe one day. I think I'm a little too selfish with my time to get into that. I really love the like tilt of the shoulder. Like it's very, very extreme. So I want to make sure to get that. And then I'm using the negative shape between the arm and the rib cage here. Drawing that instead of figuring out where everything is. And then drawing this arm. It's very extended out. As you can see by all this like shadow under the armpit. Have to go. Thank you for the stream. It was great. Bon appetit. Oh, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. Love your art, Chris. Thank you. Alex Says it's like a Jim Carrey Ace Adventure. Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. Actually, this is so funny. This is so funny, but uh, anyone else watch Singles Inferno on Netflix? It's not necessarily the pose, but the face actually reminds me so much of this one contestant on that show. I, what was their name? Oh my gosh, what was his name? Oh, his name's Tio, or Theo, or Teo. I think it's Teo. But oh my god, you'll know what I mean. If you watch that show, you'll know exactly what I mean. He looks like a Cheshire cat to me. I know that's kind of an obscure reference. Well, maybe not. Maybe some of you guys watch Singles Inferno. Not Teo. Right? I'm not wrong here, right? It looks like Teo. Honestly, he's really grown on me. At first, I was like, oh, his face is so overwhelming. I can't look at his face. But I love that he is a one woman man. I love that. Are you able to draw such figures from memory? I'm an aspiring illustrator and I want to get a grasp of my situation. Oh, I am. I do tend to. Yeah, I think I can draw them from memory, but whether it'll be like correct is another thing. Like, I can definitely make things up from my head, and that's because I've done it a lot and have a lot of practice drawing from memory and building figures from imagination. But that's definitely something you can learn as you do more of these like figure drawings and you expand on your like anatomy knowledge. For sure you can learn to draw from imagination, but I do tend to draw similar kind of poses from imagination as well. Anything that I do, all my illustrations, I have done from imagination. Okay, finally moving on to the legs now. I think I'm happy enough with like the torso area. And again, I'm gonna use the negative shape here between the legs to help me place those legs. Lex and I saw that you were doing a really, really long stream the other day. I actually popped in for a little bit here and there. I didn't want to say anything, but I did. I creeped on you. I can't believe you managed to actually get an illustration done on stream. That was like really impressive. One day I will work up to that. Honestly, I think it would be really fun in the future when I get more used to doing streams. I think it'd be really fun to do like really long streams like that. And order food and do like a mukbang. And just like chill, not necessarily draw all throughout the stream, you know? Okay, I actually have another idea for the future too, for streams. Would it be interesting to try? I haven't thought too deeply about this, but would it be interesting to see me streaming like out in public? I think I wouldn't be able to talk to you. So like if I were to go to a cafe, I wouldn't be able to talk because that would be inappropriate. But to like stream me at a cafe and sketching, and you just, hear the cafe sounds, I think that might be kind of an interesting stream. I don't know how well that would go. Actually, I don't know how good the connection would be and things like that. I haven't thought too deeply about it again. Let's keep the scope small for now. Okay. I like that I'm not doing like too much rendering or shading on these. Yeah. It's not really necessary. Okay, how is everyone doing on this pose so far? Are we ready to move on soon? By the way, if you did study along with me, feel free to like share your drawings in a story or something and tag me, because I would love to see. And I'll try to reshare it. I'm not someone who's actually chronically online, so I find that I often miss whenever someone tags me in a story. So I do apologize if you've ever tagged me and I never saw it. But I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best to catch them. So if you drew with me today, I would love to see how they turned out. Your art is so impressive and so energetic. You're such an amazing artist. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Chris. Hi. Wait, what show? I seriously cannot watch anything except artists. Like, seriously, I'll start reading and watching. I switch to YouTube or, Yeah, it's funny that I said I'm not chronically online, but I am chronically on YouTube. Like, I basically live off of YouTube. So I take that back. I guess I am chronically online. All right, I don't want to do too much with the legs shading, but I'll knock this one back into space. Yeah, like that. Alrighty. Moving on to the next pose now. I think this one I'll save for later, because if I were to draw that one here, there would be all this empty space in this corner, and I don't want that. But I really like this pose, so we'll come back to this one. Okay, this one's a good one too. Ooh, this one looks easy. And then there's this one. I love this one. This one's so like ditzy looking. Should we do a sitting one like this? Should we try? Let's try. Yeah, let's do this one. I would be. It would be funny. I'd pay $100 to see you talking to yourself at a cafe. That would be funny. I mean, I gotta admit, I do talk to myself all the time, like out in public. Uh, I miss those cafe ones. Those were fun. I definitely intend on doing more of those in the future. So stay tuned. Miss her face. Mine, her face looks goofy. Ah. Yeah, I mean, it was a very goofy expression. Okay, we're gonna move on to this one now. Hopefully, no objections in the audience. Let's go. Actually, would it be better to save that one? Because it's kind of a smaller pose. Okay, you know what? Some people probably already started, so let's just stick to this one. I'm always trying to, again, like fill out the sketchbook page in the best way and not like leave any too much empty space, but you know what? I'll draw this one a little bit bigger too. I actually wanted more sitting poses because that's what I wanted to practice. Because, yeah, I wanted to practice the legs in slightly different poses. Yeah, I think the trick will be with this pose to make sure the legs don't just look like little sausages. I think that'll be tricky. But yeah, I know we're we're actually approaching the 3 hour mark here. I can't believe time flies when you stream, eh? I can definitely go longer. I'll definitely finish the rest of the page. So we'll probably do 3 and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, I can't believe I always underestimate how long these are going to take for me. But it really doesn't feel like it's taking that long. Okay, I think I'm happy enough with that. Okay. She looks very happy. I want to make sure I get that very happy expression and like the extension of the neck. Like she's kind of like a meerkat. Uh-oh. Looks a little bit funny. Looks a little funny. But yeah, I am really proud of myself for figuring out this whole OBS thing to do this kind of stream today because I've been thinking about doing this forever. But I couldn't figure out how to put the images up on the screen. So I have unlocked a whole new world for me, for us. The face is tricky. Definitely starting to get hungry, but that's good. I want to feel like I've earned my lunch, you know? The face is so goofy. Okay, I'll move on for now. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of contrapposto on this pose as well. I don't know if you noticed. Teehee. Hopefully the focus has been okay. It's not too blurry. But you guys are probably like not really watching. You're probably drawing and not paying attention, which is good. But yeah, I'm hoping when I watch back, the footage won't be so blurry. And like jumping with the focus, just going in and out of focus all the time as my hand goes in and out of frame. Love your art, Chris. I'm from Guatemala. Hello, hello, welcome. All the way from Guatemala. What time is it over there now? Actually, Guatemala is South America, right? So probably similar time zone? I don't know anything about geography. But I'm gonna guess South America and similar time zone. Yeah? I love that you use those midliner pens. Those are my favorites to sketch with and layer in my sketchbook. Yeah, I'm really happy I discovered that. It also just makes the drawing look more fun. And it's a way to have a sketchy effect to your drawing without like creating too many lines or like too much contrast because it's lower contrast than the like lines over top. I know I got a little distracted there, and I don't like how I do the hand, but it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, I gotta put some white out on that. I love indicating the collarbone Like you see how there's this shadow, there's this divot here, and that's, well, actually, I don't know why that is. I think it's because the shoulder's raised, so it like creates this like little divot, little shadow. And then I love showing this neck muscle shadow here, the sternocleidomastoid muscle, when the neck is so like extended and tense. Yeah, I just love showing the anatomy around the neck and shoulder area. I just think it's so expressive. Yeah, we'll move on. Don't want to overdo it before I fill in the rest of the pose. Okay. Okay, now the part that makes me a little bit nervous. Don't want to make sausage legs. Yeah, see how my underdrawing extends all the way out here, but I think if I look at the negative shape between the bottom of the foot here and the bum, it's not quite as extended as I drew it. So yeah, I'm not just blindly following my underdrawing. It's really more there as like a very loose guide. So there's a lot of overlap happening in the leg region here, or in the foot region. Gotta see how I drew that little line here, that line, the overlapping of the ankle with the ball of the foot, very important. Though it's not something you necessarily see in the photo reference, this is really more just for me, for the purpose of the drawing. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna draw the little cast shadow under this leg, so we can see that area of the leg is lifted from the ground. Gonna draw a cast shadow under this leg here. Though it's like touching the ground, some areas are like slightly lifted off the ground. And that's another way to kind of show the subtlety in the form and the anatomy. And then, okay, I think we have a good base down. I'm just gonna like subtly bring out some of the anatomy here. Slight shading on that deltoid. This hand could be better, but it's fine. Whatever. Okay. I love how the muscles in the legs are all like compressed and pushing up against each other, and I want to really show that tension, but subtly, because I don't want to create a whole bunch of lines in this shape. I like this clean shape that we've established, but I still want to show a little bit of the muscles. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna do like some subtle shading. And this is definitely easier when you know where those muscles are, like where it originates and where it inserts. When you know, that's how you know like where to place the shading. But you can also kind of fake it. It comes with practice and like repetition. And it's partly just about like form and shadow and lighting and all that too. Even if you don't really have the anatomy knowledge, if you understand how to render form, it should help. Okay, so this muscle here, or the back of the leg, that's the gastrocnemius muscle, the like calf muscle. So I kind of want to show that, because that's really being compressed. I don't want to go too hard. Yeah, I don't want to go too hard on it. In fact, I feel like maybe I already overdid some of the rendering, but can't help myself. I sure hope no one like really good at drawing and anatomy watches this and just like shakes their head. I sure hope that doesn't happen. I would be embarrassed. A lot of it, I will say, I've been out of school for years now. So a lot of this is just muscle memory. And a lot of it is just design too. Like I make a lot of things up on the spot. Or like I just try to make the drawing look decent. How do we like that? I'm not super happy with the face, but I think we maybe move on soon. I love when these like subtle muscles pop out on the arms. I'm not super happy with that one, but I gotta keep moving. Oh, I'm bringing a Posca pen. Just to erase some of the lines a little bit. I don't love the hand. But it doesn't work very well. The Posca pen. I don't know if I'm using it properly, but I find it doesn't work as well as the whiteout. The Pentel whiteout. Okay. Like, because I colored in, I'm gonna color in this book with this dead blue highlighter. There. wait, belly button. um... The monster will wake up when it will be time to wrap up the stream. Isn't that the truth? The monster, by the way, is my cat. Oh my god. Speak of the devil. No. No. Oh my god, speak of the devil. He's coming. You awakened the beast, Amory. No. Oh no, maybe this actually means time to wrap up, eh? Instead of... Oh, should we do another pose though? Did you guys hear him? He's awake now. The monster's awake. The monster is here. There's his tail. No. How does he know? How? Hey, honey. He's right here. Being a nuisance. Hi, honey. Do you want to say hi? You want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Let's zoom out. Zoom out. Hey, do you want to say hello? Oh. Hey. Okay. Alright, okay. Wait. He's a little close. Do you think there's benefit to doing super short gestures? I feel like I scramble and make a mess of lines. Oh, there's definitely a benefit to doing short gestures, but there is. I think it's a great way to loosen up and warm up. But I think I tend to do longer poses because I really just love figuring out the anatomy, and I'm more focusing on the anatomy and the lighting and rendering, and so that's why I tend to do longer poses. But there is definitely a benefit to doing the shorter ones. I also struggled with them, and my lines are so messy, so I don't know if I have any tips for you there, but it is definitely something that I'm also still working on. If they're a little bit too quick, try doing them a little bit longer. Instead of doing like 30 seconds, maybe try 1 minute. If 1 minute is too quick, maybe try 2. And definitely just focus on the outer lines as opposed to getting into like within the shapes like I did with all of my drawings. Like, definitely don't need to do any of that in the shorter time poses. Okay, I'm gonna set this little guy back down, but I cannot guarantee. He might try jumping up on the desk. Yeah, he'll probably do that. Okay, honey. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh, so much cat hair. All right, let's keep going. Hopefully everyone's finished with this one. I'm gonna... Ooh, this one looks good. Let's do this. This one's a little bit different from the ones we've done so far. I think I like this one because I like how this arm in the back... Yeah, there's such a great distance between the arms, and I like that, and I want to try to show that. But I also feel like that pose fits great right here in this space. Okay. There we go. Let's go. Last few poses. Come on. And this one, she's like looking down, which is a little bit different. Did I leave enough space below? Cutest baby, your cat is adorable. Thank you. I wish my pets. Oh, he is so clingy. Oh no, he's looking at me. He's looking at me from the corner. Oh, he's right here. No. Honey, no. Oh no. No, no, this foot is touching this other pose. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh well, it can't be helped. Because I'm not going to shift the whole thing now. I'm not going to do that. Honey, no. Not now. Couldn't you have waited 2 more poses? His timing on the last stream was perfect. He showed up right as I was finishing up. So the reason why I am trying to do these streams kind of earlier in the day is because this guy is a little bit less active earlier in the day. He gets more active like in the afternoon. Okay, there's my pose, but I'm gonna put the baby down. He's back on the table. Honey, you've got eye boogies. Honey, that's unbecoming of a young boy. Honey. Okay. Oh my god, his nails are dug into my sweater. Honey, okay, bye. Alright. We're really racing against the clock here now. Okay, we gotta get this done before he jumps up again. Okay, I'm gonna start with the head. As usual, really want to get the head right. Really want to get the angle of this head right. Do we all like the Oscar cameo? It cannot be helped, guys. I can't just like shut him in a room or something while I do these streams. You know? He's gotta roam free. It's only gonna stress me out more if I hear him like meowing in a room, right? Maybe that neck is a little too extended. Yeah, the neck might be a little bit too extended. Ah! Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay. Focus. Last 2. Come on, let's go. I don't like the face. Okay. Gotta move on. We gotta keep moving here. I definitely provoked him. Sorry, I'm a witch. That's okay. It was bound to happen at some point, but it's so funny that the timing was perfect. Truly. Yeah. But this is kind of around the time when he does stir and begs me for attention. He's in the corner of... He's on the ground right now looking up at me. And I know he's going to jump up at any point. He just knows. I don't know how he knows, but he does. Oh, he's on the table. It's actually about... Oh, he's rubbing against the mic. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the purring. Honey. I love you, but not now. He's right here. I'm holding him. Ooh, actually, maybe we can clear this foot. Oh, I think it'll just be touching... It'll, like, just be touching this other pose. That bothers me. No. It's okay. Alright. Alright, let's get this arm in. Honey, no. He's right here. Honey. Okay. I got it. I gotta take him off. Take him off the table. Goodbye. There's always a trail of cat hair. Okay, focus. Don't be distracted by the cuteness. Do not let the cuteness distract you. Go ahead and take a kitty break as needed. Oh, his time will come. But today, we must finish these poses. I must end the stream with a full spread. I just won't have it any other way. I love the kitty cameos. Yay! It never fails when I get on the phone or video chat. My animals want extra love and attention. I give it to them. Yeah, I think it's because they think we're talking to them. It's, you know, if I had a job that required me to be on camera on Zoom or something, it'd be game over. I'm getting hungry now though, so this is perfect. I mean, I guess I've been hungry for the last hour. But hopefully this hand doesn't look off. In the back. This one was hard. What do you guys think? Was this one pretty hard for you too? I mean, the kitty cameo, the kitty distraction didn't help me anyway. It would be so cute to hear him purring. Aw, he has a bit of a motor. A strong motor for his size. He's a very small cat. I believe he's about 7 pounds. So quite small. Okay. No, did I miss the kitty? Oh, you did, but I'll bring him back at the end. At the very end. But yes, Anne-Marie conjured him from his sleep. One day I will have my own. Aw. It's definitely a commitment for sure. He's my first pet. I grew up wanting a pet for the longest time, but my parents never let me have one. And now, as an adult, I definitely understand why. Because it's a big commitment, a big responsibility. Okay, I'm gonna shade this leg in the back. I'm almost done with this one, almost ready to move on to the next one if you guys are. Oh, we have the visitor again, staring at me from the corner. Oh, hello, hello. He's on the table now. Honey, I'm almost done. Can you give me like 5 minutes? Can you give mommy 5 minutes? No? He's right here. Whoa, you're still alive. Me? Yeah, I know, I disappear for months at a time, but I am still alive, and I'm doing a live stream. Well, I'm almost done the live stream, but thank you for joining us. What's for lunch, dinner? Love watching your food. The Instagram post. Oh, really? Making a list for when I visit Canada. Oh. Well, I am not eating out today, but I am gonna make nachos. I'm gonna be making nachos today. Such a little baby. Okay, we've got one pose left. Let's go. What will it be? Actually, let me kind of finish off doing this one. Hopefully everyone was done with that. I'm a little too distracted right now. He's on me right now. I'm holding him. Let's pick one that will go in this space nicely. So we already did that one. Wait. Have we made it to the beginning? Yes, we have. All right. This one, or this one, this one. Actually, I don't think we've done this one. Oh, this one looks hard. Should we try? Should we try this? Let's do it. Okay. We're gonna end off with this one. This one's gonna fit this space nice. Even though I think it's gonna be a hard he's literally on my back. I wish I could show you. One day I'll set up a webcam. One day. Mark my words. One day I'll do it. He's literally on my back right now like a little monkey. He's like a little monkey. Honey, you're being such a nuisance. You're being such a... You're being such a nuisance. Okay. Alright. Off you go. Off you go. Mommy's gotta get her drawing in. All right. Let's go. So much cat hair. Okay. So this pose is a little different, eh? How she's like bending over. There's a lot of foreshortening with the rib cage and torso, and the arm is coming forward, so it looks like it's kind of distorted, right? It looks really big compared to everything else. This feels like a very anime pose. I feel like I'm drawing an anime figure here. I'm gonna try to... He's gone back to his bed. Hooray. Okay, I'm gonna try to... I think I need to figure out where the arm is gonna be first. But make sure I have enough room for everything else. Yeah, that torso and pelvis is like super foreshortened. So I think that will be a little tricky. But we'll use the power of negative space to help us. And notice how this foot is way forward than this one. Well, this one's bent too, I guess. Yeah. And then getting this bent leg will be tricky. Yeah, this one's tricky. But we got this, fam. We got this. Big hugs to OSCAR. What are your thoughts on AI? Oh, too late in the stream for that discussion. But in short, I'm not a fan at all. It does not inspire me. No, it makes me feel despair. OSCR thinking, Mummy, I need your love. It's time. How dare you do 3-hour live stream while I'm sleeping? I want their love and your love too. Yes. He is such a ham for the camera. He's a lover boy. For sure. All right. This one's gonna be hard. This one's gonna be hard, you guys. But we got this. Look how my underdrawing looks really bad. Hopefully the actual drawing will turn out better than that. But really, sometimes I do the underdrawing more to like just get my hand moving. Yeah, I barely use it sometimes. All right, let's go. Last pose, last pose. I hope you guys having good time so far. This has gone better than I expected. I was worried there might be more technical issues, as this is the first time I'm using OBS and having images up on the screen. Had to download some app in order to use my phone as the camera with OBS. So I was expecting a few kinks here and there, but honestly, things have been pretty smooth so far, right? I mean, let me know if it hasn't, but it looks to be going well on my end. And even with the mic, I was actually a little worried because for some reason the program, OBS, wasn't recognizing my mic until like 3 minutes before the stream started. So, glad that worked out too, because I think the audio is a lot better with the mic. The last 2 streams I didn't use OBS. I just streamed from the phone like through YouTube, and I didn't have an external mic plugged in. It was just through the phone, the iPhone. I don't think it's that bad, but I suspect that having an actual external mic is better for sound quality. So hopefully everything sounds good on your end. Oh, so this prop that she's holding, it was like, I think it was supposed to be a mic, but I'm just gonna draw a rod. Okay, shall I draw the arm first or the body first? I feel like I kind of want to do the body first. I'm going to draw through the arm. I'm a little nervous about this. Yeah, there's so much foreshortening. I'm a little bit confused. It'll be tricky to make this look good. Now let's go in with the arm. I gotta give her a neck. Hey, what a pleasant surprise. Hello, hello. This pose generates triggers. This one? Will the stream be uploaded later? I'd love to watch it back. Yes. Yes, it will be available in the live tab on my channel. Oh no, I made some mistake here. Uh-oh. No. I got a little confused because like that's her scapula area, shoulder, and then here's the deltoid. I got a little confused there. And then here's the bicep, tricep, and then better get some sleep. Stream has been great. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, have a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for hanging out all this time. I hope you enjoyed it. You are so talented. I would press next on this pose. Yeah, this pose I normally would have pressed next to, but it just looked perfect for this space, you know? So I just had to. Do you always practice before sketching in your sketchbook? I don't. I don't always do this. No. And if I were to, actually, I wouldn't spend 3 hours doing it, you know? That would actually be like, I would be tapped out by the end of that. You know? I'm really just doing it for the stream. Normally, I just warm up by just starting drawing, you know, from imagination. And I will say, like, the first few drawings are definitely rough. It does take me a little while to warm up. But when I do studies like this before a drawing session, it really does help. Really does help. And this for me, like, it's going to continue to help me in my future like drawing sessions, just because I'm not wasting it, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to waste this by not drawing immediately like today. I probably will draw a little bit today, though it is a Saturday and your girl needs a break too. But yeah, I definitely feel a lot more warmed up. I find these kinds of studies so invaluable. Okay. Last stretch here with this leg. I gotta make sure. I think the key with something like this is overlaps. So making sure I'm showing the overlap properly, so I'm not losing this like calf area. Shading helps a little bit. Show of hands, who's going to make more art after this study session today? Damn, this pose isn't for the weak. Mine looks like her head is about to pop off her body. Definitely not Obito. Oh my god, love to see that you're still going. Love how this one is looking so far. Thank you. Can't wait to tag all 11 gestures. Ooh. You don't have to tag all 11 of them. Kidding. But yeah, I think this one is tricky for a number of reasons. All the foreshortening. But yeah, you said somebody said the neck looks like it's popping off. Obito said that. Yeah, I think it's important to indicate the little like neck muscles. And even though this arm is kind of obscured, I can't forget about it. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that this one turned out okay. But I guess that's what all the warm-up was for, you know? We didn't do all these drawings for nothing. I would like, but I have some reading to do for school before. I don't miss going to school. I don't miss that. Oh no, I completely left out her chest. I haven't drawn the chest yet, so I gotta do that. Yeah, I drew the rib cage first, and the chest because, well, the breasts, they're like an addition to the rib cage. That's probably why I left it at the end. Because I didn't want to get confused. I want to, build up the proper structure first and then draw the secondary forms on top. A little hunchbacky, but yeah, I just drew this line here is to show that the rib cage is overlapping the pelvis, right? So it's like the rib cage is in front of the pelvis. This is pelvis, this is the rib cage, and that line is to indicate that. So overlapping, how you draw your lines, very important in a pose like this. It makes the world of difference. And then I'm gonna draw a little armpit or elbow. Elbow. And then finish this one off, I think. Maybe some cast shadows. Yeah. The photo has the cast shadow going this way. Yeah, this one is off away from the foot because the foot is like lifted up. I hope you guys found this helpful today. I feel like I dropped some fire tips throughout the session. I'm pooped after this. Same, honestly. I'm Rena, by the way. I can't believe I got to chat. This was great. Hi, Rena. Yes, it was great chatting. Thank you so much for being on the stream and engaging. But now I'm drawing a cat. Oh, fun. Are you drawing the monster? And my brain's fried for real. Honestly, same. I can't wait for lunch. Can you draw some arcane Jinx poses sometime? I don't feel super inclined to, but I kind of get Jinx vibes from this. Actually. So maybe that's good enough. Actually, maybe I'll have like a stream or like a drawing session where I use photo references, but I try to draw them in like certain characters. Now I'm hungry. Same. I'm very hungry. I'm ready for lunch now. I love hatching the hard shadows. Thank you, thank you. Love your new book. I've been using it as a reference and to study for. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Catherine. Here's my new book. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna finish. Well, I'll show you guys what all the poses look like. Actually, are we done with the pose now? I'm gonna turn the image off in 3, 2, 1. All right, so this is our spread from today's session. What do we think? Girl, now I have a better understanding of negative spaces. I didn't understand well even with my teacher's explanations. That is so great to hear. I'm so happy to help better anyone's understanding through today's stream. Wow, that's a great stream idea actually, right? I'll definitely think about it. Your art style is unique. How did you get there though? My art style is unique just through leaning into my obsessions and the art that I was interested in growing up, you know, I wanting to recreate that. And also just like, yeah, just leaning in as much as possible and trying to stay true to what I want out of my drawing as opposed to what I feel like I have to draw. I finished my spread with you. Yay! Great job. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you, Adriana. And no, I'm not drawing the monster. It's a uni kitty because why not? My teacher said to draw whatever we want for next week's exercise. Ah, I see that you're in art school. What sort of sketchbook is that? It looks a bit like a Derwent one. It is from Above Ground Art Supplies. It's a local art supplies chain or art supply store in Canada, in Toronto, Canada. Yeah, it's just their standard one, and this is the type of sketchbook that I love to use. I love a nice hardbound sketchbook, because the pages lay flat. Well, eventually. This one's a little bit, I have to like press this down a little bit because I'm kind of early on in the sketchbook. But yeah, this is how it turned out. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Oh, they look so good. Thank you, Roth. Kind of see some J.C. Landecker in your style. Definitely influenced by J.C. Landecker for sure. So thank you. I love how I'm like going back to some of these drawings. Love the spread. Yay! Okay, well, I definitely streamed longer than I thought I was going to today, but I really had a lot of fun, and I am quite proud of this spread that I was able to draw today. What was everyone's favorite pose, like, for yourself? Right, thank you for sharing your time and talent. They all look great. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, Catherine, and I really appreciate that you got my book. Thank you so much. I think my favorite pose... Okay, actually, what's my favorite drawing of the day? This one's fun. I just love like the sassiness of this one. I really liked her face. I like the expression. But honestly, I think I did an amazing job on this last one. I surprised myself with this one. Hehehe. Mine's the book, girl. The seated one holding the book. Ah, this one, really? I'm glad, because this one was kind of a challenge. The gun pointing fingers, yep. The last one, yep. Last one's my fave. The teehee girl, yep. Okay, well, was there anything else that I wanted to say? I mean, it was a 3-hour stream, so I feel like I've pretty much said everything. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed studying with me. Again, if you did study along with me and you end up sharing anything on Instagram or like in your stories, tag me and I'll try to catch it and reshare it. Every one of them is my favorite. Yay! So kind. This was nice. Yeah, this was really fun. I definitely plan on doing more of these, and I think my next studying live stream, I'll try to do a portrait one, yeah? What do you think to a portrait one? I think a portrait one would be a lot of fun too. Who was here from the beginning? I think Chezzy Arts was. That would be lovely. Good, good. Yes, I need to study. Yes. Ooh, yeah. All right. Yes, portrait. Awesome. I love portraits. Me, Sood, yay. Thank you so much. Yes, Anne-Marie too. Yay. Thank you guys so much. Pauline, yay. Thank you all so much for tuning in today's stream. I had so much fun. And I will be back with a new stream, new video, what have you, soon. Worth every second. Thank you. No, thank you guys. Seriously, it made this so much fun. And I'm so glad that still everything is holding up. No major technical issues today. Bill us later. I'll put it on my tab. It was so worthy of some catch if I had any. And yes, Please, a portrait if I knew ahead of time, I'd pay. I'm doing clay. Bye. Thank you so much for being here, Anna. I really admire your work so much. It was really fun to draw with you. Thank you for streaming. Thank you so much, Soul. I really appreciate the kind words. Okay, I'm finally gonna go have my lunch. It was so much fun. Thank you all so much for being here, and I hope to catch you in the next stream. Bye. Bye, everybody. See you next time. Have a great day or evening. Bye. Bye, Adriana. Bye.